XO, what's up, man? I'm busy practicing Cliffs of Dover by Eric Johnson. It's just, this thing is, there's just so many lines and stuff, and he's just so fast. So I'm busy practicing that because it's going to help me so much with pentatonic stuff. Like just the intro itself is just... How's that? Then so a lot of pentatonic stuff. So it's gonna really help me get better. What's up, heretics? Yeah, this one was gifted to me a couple years ago. I think about 10 years ago almost. Maybe 8 years. Yeah, no, this one is a very, very, very nice guitar, but my word, nah, I would not. um, it's extremely expensive, so I'm very lucky to have been gifted this. Ah. Oh man. On the thumb position for higher frets, working for me. No more thumb pain. I'm very glad to hear that. Yeah, like you can really drop your thumb quite a bit. You don't have to wrap it around like this. So no, I'm very glad that helps. Yeah, playing with pain is really not the greatest thing. Like you need to develop an understanding of the difference between resistance and pain. Like resistance feels like pain, but it's because you haven't developed a certain skill yet. But pain itself is like if you have strain on your wrist or something like that, that's not good. You can't exactly just keep doing this movement and then eventually like the pain or the strain will go away. Like there is a little bit of a difference. Think of it like when you're physically exercising, like you're lifting a weight or something. That resistance that you're feeling is not the same as like pain. It's similar, but like the one will make you stronger and the other one will not. The other one will damage you. On the subject of technique, what do you believe to be the best method to transition between fretted and muted notes fast? Do you mean palm muted notes? Like if you want to go like that. Like something like that. Just want to make sure, is that what you're referring to? Best method to transition between fretted and muted notes. I believe the term might be dead notes. Like when you so like like I guess something like that, maybe like dead notes. I get what you mean. Like in the context of like, let's say strumming or playing single notes. No problem. No, it's don't worry. Okay, so strumming. Okay, so the best practice for that, there's a couple elements involved, and this actually took me the longest to learn when I started out, because I don't know if someone teach it to me properly. I thought all the muting comes from your right hand, your picking hand. Like you're gonna be going, like acoustic guitarists go like something like that. I thought everything comes from the right hand, but the majority of it comes from the left hand, the fretting hand. So what you do is, let's say we hold a specific chord. Like, let me make it an easy one. So let's go for a D power chord. So power chord is just I'm not sure if you know power chords yet, but they're very, very useful. So it's like a bar chord, but easier and not as like grindy. So A string, 5th fret, then D string, 7, and then G string, 7. Just like that. So now there's two ways you can mute this. You can mute this by going, pressing the palm of your hand down, like that. Or you can slightly just lift your fingers, not too much. Like, they still need to be touching the strings. You just need to relax the pressure enough to lift them off the fret, like that. So, like, let me show you, like that. So I'm not going. You don't want to do that. You just want to lift up enough to get them off the frets, but keep your fingers touching the strings. So that's a very, very good thing. And then when you've got that sort of thing down, then you can start with your strumming patterns and everything. I don't know if you are primarily an acoustic guitarist or an electric guitarist. Some of the techniques do overlap, but with acoustic you do generally do a lot more strumming versus single note stuff. So that sort of thing. Now on electric, cool. So one really, really good exercise for this thing is exercise by Paul Gilbert, known as the pentatonic chickas. So your A minor pentatonic. So let's start there. So 5th fret E string, and then 8th fret E string. So those two notes, and then 5th fret A string, and then 7th fret A string. So, and then 5th fret D string, and then 7th fret D string. So 2 notes per string. Just those 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just those 6 notes. And then if you take good notice, your index finger is the whole time playing in the 5th fret. So every time you go to like a lower note or something like that, it'll be in your index finger is only going to play in the 5th fret. Your higher notes on the fretboard, I'm speaking, will differ. Like right now we have the pinky skipping 2 frets, and then the others are just skipping 1 fret. So that's the minor pentatonic scale. But this thing really helps when you want to do exactly what you're saying, like the dead note. So what I want to get to is this. So that's eventually where you want to get to. Obviously you can do it much faster or even slower, like if you want to do it even slower, then you can down pick everything. If alternate picking isn't cutting it for you just yet, you can just go. So you start, it's one open note and then two dead notes. So and then you just lift your finger again slightly. Remember, keep touching the string, and then it'll sound like that. So like. And you can go backwards as well. Like that. So it's 1 and then 2, 3 is dead notes, and then whatever next note you want to go to. But this is like the perfect exercise for what you want to do. So for electric, this is amazing. And eventually you can go even bigger strokes, and then you really have to mute like. If you really want to like work on your muting, but that's a bit later. But yeah, don't get discouraged too quickly. Like it's not as bad as it might seem. Like just eventually just start practicing the physical movement. That thing. The most difficult thing is to not go. Not like totally flick your finger away. You just want to lift it up just enough. And you want to do it fast enough that it doesn't sound like this. Like that. You don't want that buzz. You just want. Hope that helps. Sloppy. Very, very glad. Yeah, like that's one of my biggest passions, helping people get those specific breakthroughs. So I'm very, very glad that helps. Awesome. So yeah, just remember, just lift it slightly, not too much, but yeah, I think this will definitely give you the assistance you need. Eventually, you want to start alternate picking it. It is a bit more difficult, but focus solely on the left hand at this moment. So yeah, go for it. Fretboard a bit wider than a standard guitar. I mean, like wider like this, or scale length wise. Um, Because I think the scale length is about 24 and a half or 25 and a half. It's like the standard Les Paul sort of scale length. But as far as the actual width of it, doesn't feel much different to my other guitars. Like, oh yeah. Like it really doesn't feel that much wider. Uh, I guess that'll just be the string spacing and stuff. It feels very similar. Yeah, no, I've got really strange guitars. uh, like yeah, I think I've got about 7 or 8, and actually not anymore. I gave some away. But yeah, still my favorite, Ibanez. Amazing. Ibanez is the best. Then I've got a PRS in the other room, and then this one. This is a Duesenberg. It's like a very boutique sort of, yeah, expensive. But again, this was a gift, so yeah, no, I was very blessed to have received this from someone close to me. So Jacksons, yo, the only Jackson I would play, I think, is Misha Mansour's one because of the headstock. The thing that annoys me about Jacksons is the headstock, like especially the high E string. It sort of gets to the nut and then it curves strong to the side, and like that just irritates me because of sometimes if the quality control isn't good on the nut or something, it can either slip out or it can get pinched there and then it gets stuck and then you can't tune it properly or something like that. But yeah, like a Misha Mansour Jackson will be amazing. I'm a big fan of the V's, like the Randy Rhodes and the King V. But yeah, like again, we don't really get Jackson imports in South Africa. It's more of a, I guess, Northern Hemisphere market thing, it seems. But yeah, over here we don't really get Jacksons that much. Or ESPs. Like I would have liked a ESP or an LTD as well, but it's also not really much here. And what's that other one? A Schecter. I would love a Schecter, but that's also not really found here. The majority here is Fender, Ibanez, and PRS. That's pretty much what is in South Africa. But Fender is like it's everywhere in this country. Yeah. Everyone likes the Fender Strat and all that stuff, but yeah. Also a lot of Gibson, a lot of Epiphone, some Cort, and yeah, it's pretty much the main stuff. Yeah. But it's so preference based. Like, yeah, it really. Oh my word, it's really. It's such a preference. Looking forward to getting another electric guitar. I've already a 6 string. Go for another better 6 string or a 7 string. I love a 7 string. Yeah, it's a tremolo. It's not the same as, like, let's say a Floyd Rose. It's a lot more subtle. It's not as like extreme. So the bridge of this guitar is like one of the most phenomenal parts of it. Like it's incredible because it uses a spring here, so you relax the tension of the strings on this bit. Yeah, I don't know if it's possible to see, but like if I go and other way, but it's not as extreme as a Floyd Rose. Like you can still probably do dive bombs and stuff, but I don't want to put my strings through that. But it helps for when you want to do like chord swells, like stuff like that. But you can do the flutter stuff like that. Oh. That cool stuff. Like that. Dragon Force sort of sounds really, really fun. But Thanks, Axel. Yeah, this guitar is such a workhorse. It just sounds good for anything. I can play jazz, I can play metal, I can play gospel, I can play um, African music. It's extremely versatile. Heretics, I would probably get a 7 string. I have a soft spot for 7 strings. I'm still busy looking for a good one for myself to get because I sold mine, and only really because the scale length was too long for me for tiny hands. So I want to get a 7 string that is 25.5 inch, and yeah, then I'll be good. But a 7 string is like, oh no, I love it. I really, really love it. I remember the first 7 string I got. Um, I worked as a laborer on a farm, so that I can make enough money to get that. But it's like hard work. It's like hard labor stuff. And then what was it? I think the the payment I got was about how much, like $8 a day, but it was like worth it. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get this guitar. And the song that made me want to get the guitar was Kiristego Man by Trivium. That really, really epic song. Oh man. So yeah, then I got my 7 string and then I was able to play that. Let me check that Jackson JS22 7. Let's have a look. The Dinky Arch Top. Yeah, that's perfect. Oh no, that's perfect. Especially because of the headstock again. The headstock isn't the extreme angled one, which is a bit of an annoyance for me. Now this is perfect. Like, yeah, bolt-on configuration. Um, yeah, for the price, absolutely. Like this is according to this, but um, yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, no, this looks great. It's got the cutaways. Yeah, no, that's solid for first 7 string. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. No, this looks really solid. Let me just have a look at the pickups. Because they're just gonna affect the output. So high output humbucking. Just can't see if they're active or not. Mm. Oh, no, this is a solid guitar. Let me check the. Okay. Jumbo frets. Nice. Yeah. No, perfect. Yeah, I'd probably get this. If it was in South Africa. Very nice budget one. The little details that you might just get familiar with over time is, for me, the placement of the volume pot or knob or anything. Um, like my one Ibanez, it irritates me. It's a bit too close to where my hand usually rests, and then my hand like gets in the way there. Especially when I go to the high strings, then it's in the way. And also at the back, like the horn of the guitar, like over here, ish. Like sometimes it's like a Fender. A Fender irritates me for this precise reason. They have like a chunk, just a giant block here, and then like going to high frets is just impossible. Like so yeah. But it depends on what your preference is, how often you play high and everything. But yeah, Jackson pickups usually have very high output. JS11. Yeah, no, the high output really does help. I'm moving away from active pickups. Like I like passive pickups that are high output. Like when I was younger, it was EMGs. That's the only pickups that exist. But yeah, now kind of like the Seymour Duncan stuff, the Demasia, really really good. Obviously the bare knuckle and those ones will be great, but they're just a lot more expensive. um, No More Tears. I'll have to have a listen to that. Let me check on my phone again. No More Tears. Let's have a look at this. So there's a lot of the bluesy. Ozzy Osbourne. I always get confused between Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath. Like, to me, it's just like it's Ozzy. That's a beautiful solo though. Like, but that will take me some time to learn. Zakk Wylde stuff is I find a little bit difficult. Just because I didn't do all the what Tim Henson calls the boomer band stuff when I was younger. Like that sort of stuff. That's actually what I'm busy learning now because it's a gap in my playing. I know how to learn it, but I just need to actually put in the time to learn it. Yeah, but Ozzy Osbourne, yeah. What? I'm busy going through Crazy Train with one of my students there. Such a cool solo. Oh, riff. The solo is that tapping thing. Then I need to sort of something like that. I can't remember exactly. And there's a scale run. Don't want to be too aggressive with the tremolo. gain for these pinch harmonics. Let me get some more gain, then we can see how we can push these pinch harmonics a bit. Maybe this should be better. The theory behind pinch harmonics is so flippin' crazy. Like, it's all about proportionality and finding exactly the shape that you're playing in proportion to its harmonic located somewhere here. And then if I play this note and I pinch it here, and then I move to this note, I have to move proportionally with my right hand backwards. So like, crazy. So whenever you move, you need to find your save note, and then you need to move. Like right now I'm moving this much over here, but because this distance is shorter, I need to move a bit different there. Oh man. So that whole idea is quite crazy. Obviously the higher strings have less vibration because you are like pinching it sort of. So it doesn't ring out as long unless you have a lot of gain or compression. And you obviously want to vibrato the living crap out of it, so the problem with that is you're going to be making noise with the other strings. Like, is not necessarily what you want. So there are approaches you can use, like pressing down the other strings so that they don't like but yeah, it's such a fine touch. The best I think with this is Zakk Wylde. Like he is the guy for pinch harmonics. Like he was the reason I learned pinch harmonics. I'm like, how the flip is he doing this? Like it just looks crazy. Like he's playing over here, but now he's playing a note that's like in pitch wise. I'm like, what the flip? So then I went down a rabbit hole and I'm like, oh, so that's what he's doing. Okay. Yeah, it was crazy. Oh, no, Zakk Wylde. What? Then Ricky, hoe gaan het daar? Ik het vanoggend af by die werk, so ek gaan maar in die middag ingaan, maar vir nou is ek af. Lekker man, moet zeker ook werk maar. Ja, dat is ook waar. Oh yes. Hoe laat maak ik klaar op vrijdag? Ja, nou zei. Klinkt voor mij erg. Jo. Maak net zeker my skouers en goed is reg. Nee, ons het definitief les. Nee, op Vrydag maak ons ook so 2 uur, 3 uur toe, maar soos ons het ons kon kies soos 'n oggend en 'n middag hierdie week wat ons beafvat, want ons is kunstefees hierdie week. So baie van die personeel wil nou soos die shows en goed gaan kyk, maar vir my is dit van, nee, say no more, ek sal maar net oefen. So nee wat, ja, ek gaan in 12 uur, maar dan gaan ek seker so 2 uur klaar wees, so ja, dat is maar reg. Volgende week Vrydag gaan moontlik 'n probleem wees. Want ek dink ons gaan die hele dag werk van so 7 uur tot 7 uur of iets soos dit. Ons het verskriklik baie projekbestuur goed om deur te gaan want ja, nee, dat is eintlik ja, hopelik word dit geskuif na soos Woensdag of Donderdag, maar ja. Ja, gaan nog eens 'n lang dag wees. Ons gaan by kyk, so dit werk goed uit. Sal het met oefen. Ja, daar is hy. Speel jy EG 1 of 2? Yes, hierdie flippin' stretch. Okay, daar is my probleem. Ek nog nie eers hier so in. Ja. Ja, nee, hoe durf jy, meneer? Yes. Nee, dit gebeur maar so. Nee, maar EG2 is ook baie lekker, want jy hoef nie so hard te fokus nie. Jy kan sommer net maar net speel, maar EG1 moet jy nou so met die hele tyd fokus. So, ja, EG2 jy kan nogals geniet. Why did I write the date like that? Why did you write the date like that? What country is that even from? Ish, what do you mean? 25? Why did I write it like that? I thought it was 2025. Ish. Oh man. Yeah. Now I can't unsee it now. Ish. Zandi. You've broken my brain now. You've ruined this. I think I've done this now every day for like the whole year. Thank you, Zandi. Thank you. Now I have to improve on this. Oh man. Yeah, 25. Oh, yeah. I cannot unsee it now. Thank you for that. The House of Rags. Let's put a song Tattoo by Loreen. The intro is regtig nice. Kom ek check hom gou. Ja, nee. It's the registration documents. Let me quickly check. Tattoo by Loreen. Oh, okay, nou het ek net die Candy Crush ad. Okay, so this was iets soos dit. Ja, dit is triads. Ja. Ja. Iets soos dit, ja. Maar it's more like synthy based. I don't think the guitar will necessarily play that. There's more comfortable ones for guitar, like Instagram. Let me have a look. Jazeker. To get those fingers stretching. Ja, skus. Sy het seker vir my gestuur. Ek sien dit hier. Ah. Okay, nou sien ek. Yeah, that'll take me a bit of time. Dat is net so de mekaar, ja. Ja, ek het nog al 'n paar ander wat ek nog wel soos this is the Duesenberg Mike Campbell Star Player TV. I think that's the technical name for it, but it's a Duesenberg. Duesenberg. Yeah. Not my only guitar, of course. I've got more than I'd like to admit, but yeah, a Carvin. I've never actually played a Carvin. A Carvin. I don't think we really get them in this country. Like a lot of the brands we don't really get. Like it depends on import and all that stuff. But like I'm from South Africa, so a Carvin. I don't think I've really seen one here. Let me just check. Carvin guitar. Love how autocorrect goes to carving. Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever seen one of these in the country. Sure. No, I don't think I've ever seen one of these. 22 pole piece pickups. Okay. Playing fast alternate picking. How do you make sure there's not a lot of string noise on all the other strings as you play up and down all the strings? Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff involved here. So there's the right hand and the left hand, and they each play a role in muting the stuff. So now what you have, like let's say just a pentatonic. What I'm doing with my other hand, like I'm using this part of my thumb to mute the strings, the low strings when I go up. So the side of my thumb, so like, I'm sort of like, so my thumb takes care of the low strings, and then you can also, if you, depending on your hands, you can use a little bit of this to mute the higher strings. It doesn't work that well for me. Like if I'm playing on the G and the B string, like let's say I'm going, then I'll curl my 3 other fingers like underneath the E string, and then I'll mute them like that. So I'll just go. So I'll just make sure that's done. But now the problem is these two can sort of ring out together as well. So this exact example that I'm playing now, when you break it down very, very simply, so just, and then I go to the next string, I'm still keeping my index finger on the G string, so it's muted. So if I accidentally hit it, it's not really going to be a factor, and it won't ring. And then I go to the next one, and then when I come back down, I have this part of my index finger muting the E string. Oh, not the E string, the B string. So like right now, so that's muted. And then when I go to the B string, that's muted. And when you skip strings, go from E to G. Palm can't stay down. So that it depends on line by line. Like let's say you can still use this part of your thumb to hit the low strings. Like as soon as you play like that. Go from E to G, E, so unless you're speaking about a high E, so like, so string skips are a bit more difficult, but again, you have a certain number of things that you can do. Like it depends lick by lick and everything, but you want to use your fingers so that they, like, not necessarily the fingertips always. Like sometimes it's like the body of the fingers, and you can use that to mute some of the stuff. Like right now, I'm just using my index finger, and I'm muting 3 strings, and I'm playing 1. I can do the same with my middle finger. Not as nice. What I'll do with that is I will mute the E string with my index finger. What I'm doing with the D string is the tip of the finger, the top bit of the finger. is going to be touching the string above it. So the D string, for instance, just the top bit there right before the nail. I'll be blocking the D string. Like we say, we play with our fingertips, but not really. Like it's sort of there's one guy that explained it really well. I think his name is Matt Wright. So you have your finger. So there's this angle and that angle, and then there's like a 45. So you generally want to be playing or pressing notes with the 45. You don't want to be pressing there. You want to be pressing there. And obviously not here because you don't have much like leverage or anything. But you want to be playing a bit lower than what you would consider your tip of your finger, I guess. Rambo, how are you, man? Nice. Yeah, you're gonna stream a bit later. Ugh. That's from India. Yeah, like yeah, time zone difference. Yeah, Rambo's from India. Streaming night. It's just 1:30 p.m. now. Yeah. Now by us, it's almost 10 a.m. It's still early in the morning for us, technically. It's so funny. I keep hearing doves or pigeons just like crashing against the roof. Eish, Richard. Geniet dit, man. Sien jou 'n bietjie later. No, very good. Thanks, Andy. Yeah. It helps keep me accountable as well. So I have to practice now. Otherwise I'll be called out. So it's very, very good. But it's nice when I get a bit more time. Like now, we have the morning off at work. So I'm like, yeah, time to practice. And there's also evidence that I do practice. I just don't pretend to. Oh, that sounds very nice, hey? Yo, sounds perfect. How many guitars do I have? That's not important. Okay, not enough is I think the right answer. Yeah, there we go. I'll do the same for you, Sandy. I'll be like, Penyo, you need to work harder, my bro. Yeah, then you can get your nice paid vacation twice a year. Oh man. But no, I think how many guitars do I have? So I have one that I'm fixing up, my first one. My Ibanez RGR. Then my Ibanez Halberd. My Ibanez RGA. My Duesenberg. My PRS Zach Myers SE. And then what do I have? An acoustic. I have one acoustic. And I've given one of my guitars away. Sounds like a woman with plenty of shoes. Ish. Yeah, no, look, hey? But my logic is, I'm going to have to eventually buy Colin a grand piano. And a grand piano, its price is like... And my guitars so far, accumulatively, is like maybe here. So I need to actually fill the gap. So if you think about it, I actually need more guitars in order to equalize this. I need to reach balance and equilibrium. So I think I need a couple more guitars. So yeah. Oh. Ish. Whew. Ja, ne? I'm gonna get in trouble. Actually, no. Colin will persuade me to buy another guitar. She'll be like, "Yo, you need one, don't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, Leafy, you're absolutely right." How's the music theory going, Rambo? Like, I think you started, was it this week or last week? Are the scales still giving you trouble? Scales. Very useful, but my word, not very musical. Like one thing I see vocalists do when they warm up is most. Oh man. Oh, still struggling to save for one electric. Oh yeah, no, it's a really nice feeling when you get your first electric. Like some things will be so memorable for you, like the smell of the wood. Like that still gets to me. Like I have my first guitar right in front of me here. I'm busy fixing it up, but like the smell of the wood is just Oh man, working on it. It's fun till I remember. Yeah, and I'll learn something else. Yeah. No, just keep going for it. It can be discouraging, but no, you'll get it. You'll get it. Yeah. No, I'm struggling to decide what I'm gonna release first, like the order of everything, because I've made so many, but now just I don't want to start a concept and then like people don't have a background. Like let's say we start with algebra, and but you don't even know yet what 1+1 is what I'm trying to say. Like I can tell you A plus B equals C or whatever, but if you don't even know like how addition and subtraction and all these basic fundamental things work, it's going to be a problem. So ordering the lessons is I think one of the biggest challenges for me, because every time I play something in order, I'm like, okay, but they're not going to understand this if it's not this. Like if you don't know this, then this isn't going to make sense. So that's the big thing that is like blocking me right now, because I keep editing and keep changing and everything, but I feel like eventually I'm just not going to have to post all the lessons, and then I'll order them at a later stage. Like when I guess eventually after a couple of years I'll remake them with higher quality and everything, and all these lovely animations and ultra HD stuff. But yeah, I think I should actually might just do it, and then I can order it at a later stage. I think that'll be a lot better. Yeah, the Arabic sort of sound, the harmonic minor, which is well, the best part is if I have like a really nice ambient tone for that, like if it's very cool with that. But yeah, chugging, absolutely. Like if you really throw some of the chugs there. You can be really creative with some of that stuff. But yeah, that's my favorite sort of sound. It's just so epic. Man, Prince of Persia is like, it's my game. So much so, that's the only tattoo I have, and it's of Prince of Persia Warrior Within. So epic, like, oh my word. Oh man, no, Prince of Persia was like one of the greatest games I played growing up. That and World of Warcraft and Dark Souls, and can't remember. There's so many games that I played, but like games really introduced me to this harmonic minor sound and everything. Like it's so cool. Like one of my favorite songs from the Warrior Within was like Every time you exit combat or something. Yes. No, that game was so epic. Oh man. Oh, no, it's a fantastic game. But like so many of the instruments and everything. I also played a lot of Pharaoh and Cleopatra when I was young, and the music there is also just beautiful. Like all the percussion stuff and some of the santur and some of the ney flute and what's that other instrument that they play quite a lot? It's mainly just like a massive section of legato strings, just like they'll play like a chord. I can't do it on guitar, but it's like, oh man. Yeah, no, definitely. Right now, what I'm playing is Valheim. It's like this open world crafting survival game, and it's super fun. I'm trying to finish the last 2 bosses because I haven't actually finished the game yet. I still need to finish the last 2 bosses, and then I also play a lot of Soulsborne games, so like Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, and Elden Ring. Yeah, fantastic games. It's like probably that's up there. It's like my favorite. Elden Ring and Skyrim, Oblivion, PC. I've never had a console, unfortunately. Like, yeah, but on PC it's super fun for me. But I mean, I use a controller for the Dark Souls stuff because otherwise it's just too difficult. Like I can't play with mouse and keyboard, especially Dark Souls 2. Like playing that with mouse and keyboard is a nightmare. But yeah. Yeah. No, like yeah, PUBG and all that stuff. It really, yeah, people flip and love that. I also played back in the day Fortnite as well, but like people just got too good, all the building and stuff. So I stopped playing it. Yeah, you just can't really play. Like you start the game, gather all the nicest equipment just so that someone can come and take it from you immediately. It's like, oh, okay, cool, thanks. But yeah, yeah, PUBG. I didn't play that much. I do have it, but I haven't really played it that much. I got it many years ago. But yeah, the battle royale games, like they're fun if you're evenly matched. Like if it's too easy, then it's not fun. But also if you're like the first one that dies, it's like, okay, great. And I don't want to play hide and seek the whole time. And then at the end of the game, then I have to like fight this guy who's like just, he's got the best weapons, all the stuff, and he's moving like a pro. He also has like no latency, which is also a big thing for South Africa, because we have quite a lot of latency when it comes to international servers. So if there isn't a South African server, then we're stuffed pretty much, because then there's too much delay, especially with FPS games. Like you can't really compete with that. I like COD, but my PC specs don't support it. Now they really made games way too demanding when it comes to when it comes to graphics. Like graphics really is like the lowest thing I care about when it comes to games. Like at first, probably gameplay and storyline. Like that's the main things when it comes to, let's say, RPG game. Like RPG game, the storyline will be the most important. Any other game, it'll be the gameplay. But like the graphics, like really, I anyways just turn all my graphics down to like low and motion blur. I don't know why it's always by default on. It's so stupid. And screen shake and stuff. Sure, it makes it look pretty and everything, but it messes with the gameplay for me. The Forest, I have it. Like that's the thing. Like I'm gonna play the Forest as soon as I finish Valheim, and then I want 100% the Steam achievements for Dark Souls 1 to 3 and Elden Ring. As soon as that's done, I'm gonna play the Forest. One of my friends got it for me, and we have to play that. That's gonna be super cool. Oh, nice. I'm very excited for that. So I just need to finish. I want to see if I can finish the second last boss for Valheim today. Yeah, I do try to balance everything. Like I don't play much, like as much as I did when I was in university. But yeah, I still get a chance. Like yeah, but super fun. Sons of the Forest, yeah. That's I think the DLC or the sequel or something. But yeah, we're first gonna play the Forest. I mean, Steam has sales all the time, and the thing is, we've got like the backlog of Steam games because you buy them on sale and then they sit in your library, but you've never even installed them or anything. You're like, I need to get this because it's on sale, and it's like a pair of shoes that you just buy and you never wear. Like I've got a backlog of Steam games that I need to play. Like let me actually have a look. Like I've got quite a few. You're practicing right. Oh, Lufuna, you're right. Oh, I'm practicing right now. Yes. Yes, master. I'm sorry. I've got Green Hell. What's that? Enshrouded, Dragon Age Inquisition, the Devil May Cry series, Company of Heroes, some Call of Duty stuff. What's that? Portal 2. Oh, I've done that. Resident Evil 7 I still need to play. Sniper Elite, Stalker. Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah. Around $7-8. Yeah, no, that's very good. That's very cheap. So definitely pick it up. That's absolutely true. So, yeah. No, just literally just take it moment for moment. So, if I never get to play these games, I'm okay with it. I'm just enjoying what I'm currently playing. Same with my guitar stuff. Like, there's so many songs I want to learn, but like I'm enjoying learning what I currently am. So, yeah, I don't have to stress too much about it. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. No, that's exactly the approach. Like, just keep it chilled. Like, you don't have to always rush things. Just take it moment for moment. So, yeah, I think that's probably one of the most difficult things. Just living in the moment, constantly thinking about the future and always just thinking about stuff. But like actually, just living in the moment is like such a difficult thing, especially in today's life with everything so fast. That's why it's so fun for me to just to be in nature and go hunting and stuff. Because then you literally your phone's away. There's no one that can demand anything or anything. You're just literally in the field with your gun and you're looking for an animal. And then yeah, it's just like that primal sort of natural circumstance that you find yourself in. It's just so it clears the mind really, really well. Oh. How long have I been playing guitar? Since 2009, I think it is. Yeah, 2009. So, how to hold the pick. This is a very, very important thing that you just brought up. So, holding the pick is a very, very important thing. So, with this, yeah, no, hunting is very, very important for conservation here in South Africa. It's like one of our biggest tourist attractions. Like everyone comes here for trophy hunting. We have so many animals. So like yeah, it's a big industry here. Obviously, it depends. Some things are not legal to hunt. The laws and stuff are quite strict on gun ownership and everything. But no, hunting is a big part of our culture. Oh man. All right. So how to hold a pick. I'm actually going to put my guitar down for this because this is quite a difficult thing to do from far. All right. Now I'm going to have to get very close. So, let me see if I can even zoom in. I think I have that functionality on this webcam. Let me have a look. Let's have a look. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Come to South Africa to meet you one day and I've got permits. Yeah. No, you still got a lot of years ahead of you. Like you don't have to you don't have to struggle too much. Like you're young technically, like you're 41, so no, don't worry. Okay, so the guitar pick. So this piece of plastic is something that has shown everyone flames. So the way you hold it is extremely important. So now let me make sure I do this properly. So yeah, I have the pick there. So I'm gonna have my thumb. You can generally put it perpendicular to the pick. So okay, let me this way. Oh, it's so weird. Okay, so generally your thumb will be covering the majority of the pick. So from this angle, it's like pretty much like this. Okay. So there'll be a little bit of the tip of the pick sticking out. Let me see like that. Yeah, a little bit of it sticking out, not too much, especially for electric. Then one thing to also keep in mind is where on the thumb itself. So you don't want to press here and you don't want to press here, like on the joint. You want to do it on the soft pad of your thumb, like that. Then this finger, the index finger, next important thing. Let me zoom out just a little bit. Okay. The next important thing is your index finger. So your index finger, you can do this in a number of ways. You can do it like this. Generally not. You don't want to do that. Don't want to do the index finger pointing in the same direction as the tip of the pick. You don't want to do that. So what you can do is take your finger, then turn it like this, like flat, and then curl it like this, and then bring in your thumb like that. So essentially, like you'll be making this sort of thing with your finger, and you'll be pressing the pick against it there. So it won't be dead straight like this joint here. It's not going to be dead straight like perpendicular to the pick. It's going to be at a slight angle like this. So how I see the pick sometimes is like you see the curve of the pick. It's like going like that. So your index finger can maybe match that or be even a little bit less like that. So your index finger is going to come past the pick. It's not going to end on the pick. It's going to come past the pick. So you're going to be pressing pretty much against this. Where's my finger? Let me use this finger. So you're going to be pressing against this joint here. You see this bone here. This one will give you a lot of stability. This is mainly for like alternate picking stuff. If you're really going to be playing quite fast stuff, like if you look at my hand right now, there's very little of the pick standing out from my thumb. Very little, very little, because this allows my thumb to rest on the strings above it. So that means I'm not going to pick too deep. Like if I hold the pick like this, the pick is gonna get stuck in between the strings. Your index finger touches the string sometimes. That's perfectly fine. Like it doesn't like the rest of your fingers can touch the strings. That's perfectly fine. You can use that for muting and everything. Like that's actually good because you just want to make sure that the adjacent strings aren't ringing out. You just want the string that you're playing to ring out. And yeah, so like that. When I'm strumming, that's different. Like when you're playing acoustic or something, then you want to sort of do this so that you have a bit more leeway. And then when you go back to alternate picking, then you bring back the curve, that sort of thing. So it's like this for strumming, and then you bring in the curve for picking, and then strumming, and then picking, strumming, picking. So I use 2 pick grips for playing guitar. Index finger nail stuck in the strings. Yeah, you wanna make sure your nails are also not too long. Like you generally want your tip of your finger to be bit longer than the nail itself. If the nail is like longer than the tip of the finger, it's gonna give that problem. So you're gonna have to trim your nails, and then it'll be a bit easier. Okay, so the pick, pretty much like that. Cool. So that's how you hold the pick. But now there's a bunch of other things that you're not seeing. Like for instance, the angle of the thumb. Like some people hold their thumb like this. Some hold it like this. Like when you hold the pick. Like this. Some hold it like this. They curl their thumb up like that. Some angle it down like this. The difference is in the middle, and that's where you actually want to be, because that is the most stability. You don't want to be like this because it's going to change the angle of the pick as well, and you don't want that to be too flexible. And this is a flexed position, and that means you're going to put a lot of strain on this as well as this part, because now you're flexing your thumb. You're going like this, and that's going to put a lot of strain on your fingers. So you want to have it sort of straight. You can do that. So with strumming, I just adjust my index finger just like that. So strumming, I'll do this, and then you don't have to grip the pick too hard. You can sort of strum like this, and when you strum, your index finger nail will be hitting the strings as well, and your thumb will also be hitting the strings like on your upstrokes and everything. That's perfectly fine as long as the pick is protruding the most, and then it hits the strings. Like these little details people don't always pay attention to, and they're the reason why people practice for hours and hours and they see no results. It's because you're trying to practice, but you're not practicing properly. You're pretty much trying to break through a wall by punching it instead of using a sledgehammer. And eventually you will get through the wall if you punch it enough, but it's going to damage your hands. It's going to hurt. It's going to take much longer, and it's going to leave you very bad off afterwards. So you generally want to make sure that you spend almost more time focusing on getting the proper technique when it comes to something like this. Pain in thumb is normal when holding bar chords. Not always. What you want to do is you want to drop your thumb a little bit. I can actually use my guitar neck here. I have one that I'm busy scalloping, just because it's going to be super nice. So, like when you're playing bar chords, what you don't want to be doing is this. You don't want to have your thumb over the neck. That's going to cause a lot of problems, because now that's putting a lot of strain, and your wrist is also turning like this. You generally don't want that. So, no, I zoomed it out. Yeah, I zoomed it out. I do have like auto gesture control and stuff, like if I do stuff like this, but I disabled it because I don't want to do it by accident, and then I'm messing up my frame and everything. But yeah, so with bar chords, very, very first thing, the angle of the neck. So like now you have your guitar neck, like you playing and stuff. You don't want this angle to go lower than at least 180 degrees. Higher is better, but not always possible. So like I guess like a 45 degree will be really good. The pain in palm, bottom of the thumb, yes. So that is the big problem that you'll run into. I'm getting to exactly that. So when you're playing a bar chord, you're gonna be holding, like, let's say like this. You're gonna be playing something like this. And now the first thing is exactly the angle. If you're doing this, you're already putting strain in the bottom of the thumb because of the angle. You're twisting, or I think the medical term is ulnar deviation or something like that. You're twisting like this, and that's not just gonna mess up your thumb. It's also gonna mess up your elbow, and you're gonna get tennis elbow from it as well. It's gonna put a lot of strain on your wrist, your thumb, and your elbow. Not very good. So you want to at least start by tilting it up a little bit. So now you have your bar chord there. Then what people do is they do this. You don't want to do that. That's again a big problem, because now you don't have enough flexibility and everything. You want to be like that. You want to drop your thumb quite a bit, like let's say like this. So you want to drop your thumb quite a bit like this. Like you don't want it like this, you don't want it like that, you want it like that. So I hope you can see that. And then when you move, your thumb moves with you. When I'm playing notes and stuff, my thumb is also going to go lower like that. And when it's high, it's like that. So you essentially have your let me see if I can do this. Your thumb and these three fingers. Or these two fingers, your index and your middle finger, they will sort of be doing this, so that you have like a pinch, sort of like that, I guess, like that. And then once you have sorted that out, the next F major chord, you can play a F major chord like this, the bar chord shape, or you can just do this, just that shape. But with bar chords, what a lot of people do, and the way it's taught and everything, is that you take your index finger and you pad everything and you press really hard. That is the main cause of this pain that you're experiencing, because now you're pressing really, really hard. You don't need to do that. Just press the first one, the first string, the E string, and then the other three, the A, D, and G strings, and just play your bar chord like that. You don't have to worry about these last bottom ones. If you do want them, you can bend your index finger. You can bend your index finger like this. Instead of having it flat like this, that's going to cause a lot of strain, yeah? You can bend it like this, and then use the tip of the index finger to play the root note, the lowest note, and then this part, like past this first middle joint, just this part is where you're going to want to press like the bottom of it like that. So how this will look is like this. So now I'm pressing the root note there, and I'm using the bottom part of my finger to play those bottom notes. I'm not going to do this. That's going to put a lot of strain on my fingers. I'm going to do this. And then the other strings like that. So you don't touch your palm to the neck while holding the chords. No, absolutely not. You're not going to be doing this. You're not going to be doing this. That's a very, very bad thing. It's a natural thing to do, because normally when we hold something, you want to make sure that you don't drop it. But now the thing is, you need to start learning how to trust the strap or trust the instrument itself, that it's not going to fall. So you don't want this hand to be acting as something to lift it up. It should be essentially floating there, and then you should just have these things sort of touch it where it needs to and everything. You don't need to physically keep it up like this, because that's not going to be practical, because then you're also adding a lot of flexion on your bicep to sort of keep it up like that, and then you're adding a lot more neural information to your fingers and everything. Like, you don't want to necessarily you don't want to give your brain too many things to focus on. Your brain cannot really, when developing muscle memory, you cannot really grab so many things at the same time, because then, in order to develop muscle memory forms from repetition. And if you are repeating something with variables changing in every repetition, you're not going to develop muscle memory. So you need to reduce the amount of variables involved as much as possible, because you need to eliminate the parameters that your brain has to configure for muscle memory. You don't necessarily want to have 20 different variables, and these variables can be very simple things, like right now you're holding it like this, and then another thing is, okay, then when you do another cycle or repetition of a practicing, then you play it a bit differently, and then you play it a bit differently, and then a bit differently. So now your brain doesn't know what it has to lock in. It doesn't get a consistent positive feedback. And that is what's going to stop you from forming muscle memory rapidly and effectively. It's also going to just frustrate you endlessly. So definitely you want to divide it pretty much into three sort of things. First one is planning. So planning exactly how you're going to be holding something. And then the second part will be executing. So you see, like, okay, is this working? And then you reevaluate. And your third part is then you can put in your hours. But people skip step 1 and 2. People go straight to, like, if I just produce the sound that I want and then just repeat it over and over and over and over again, then I'm gonna see results. And that's false. The next day you're gonna be doing it differently. You're gonna be doing it differently in the practice session you're doing. So you first need to plan exactly how you're going to be holding this. Be very conscious of the joints that you're using, the pressure, all these little things. Just pay attention to them, and then actually start doing it and see if it works. If it doesn't work, go back to stage 1 and reevaluate and keep doing that. And only once you're confident that that's effective, then start putting in the hours, then start practicing, then start really going for it, because obviously you do need repetition in order to form muscle memory, and muscle memory will help you play faster. But you need to make sure that the muscle memory you're developing is consistent and accurate. So that's I think the biggest thing that we miss when we practice. Yeah, no, you're very welcome, Rambo. No, you've earned it with your unwavering, consistent support. So work on holding chords. Yeah. Like that's the thing. I suppose when you looked up any lessons online or something, then it's like they'll show you, okay, so these are the strings, and then you're gonna put your index finger here, and then your ring finger here and here and here, and it's gonna sound like this, and then they play it, and then you're struggling to get the thing, and cool, all right, but there's no one really telling you about these specific things. Like, okay, watch for your thumb position. Drop it a little bit. Don't necessarily drop your guitar a bit too low or anything like that. You wanna focus on these things first. Everyone starts with step 2 and 3. But step 1 is I think the most important one. So um, you're very very welcome, Rambo. I'm glad to help. It's some of the nicest things for me to be able to do, just to share some of these things that I've learnt and studied over, how many years is it now? 16 years. Yeah. I think this is my 16th year playing guitar, I think. Yeah. Is it? 2009. 10. Yeah. 16 years. I've had many teachers, some great, some bad, some extremely talented. And I've read a bunch of books on this stuff as well. I also recently finished this one book on the biomechanics of speed picking by Justin Hombach, and it's incredible. It's like it really put into formalized words. Like, it feels like an actual research paper about some of these things, about some of these joints, some of the studies about neuroplasticity in your brain, and just developing fine motor skills and everything. Because what we're doing is very, very fine motor skills. It's not like a punch, like you just hitting a wall or something. Like, it's very, very fine motor skills. It's all these micro movements and joints that you're engaging at specific times, and it's something we don't always pay too much attention to, because it can be very nerdy and boring, but it's incredibly important. People that naturally have, or by chance, accidentally have figured out that you mustn't actually hold the guitar like this. They started like this. They just did it, and because it was by chance the right thing, they put in the hours and they saw results. But they weren't conscious that they were lucky. And we call those people talented. Try the song I sent you sometime, please. Absolutely. I'm going to transcribe it first, just so that I can learn it much easier. But absolutely, I really, really want to play that song. Yeah. But yeah. Oh, cool, man. But yeah, no, I'm gonna take a bit of a break, and then I'm gonna go to work. I've got only a half day today, so I'm gonna go to work just now. But I'm just gonna take a bit of a break before then, and then yeah, these small important things need to be corrected in the beginning only. Not always. Like, sometimes a bit further down the line, when your techniques and stuff get a bit more advanced, you will maybe have to reevaluate some of these things, but most of it is only in the beginning. You're right. Like some of these things, like the physical ergonomics of how you interact with the guitar itself, that'll be fine. Like the actual technique involved, these things really do just have to be corrected in the beginning. Once you got that, then you move on to more advanced stuff, and then you do the same process, but you won't have to necessarily revisit these things, because they're going to become muscle memory as a result of proper planning, execution, and then repetition. So yeah, you're welcome, Rambo. You must enjoy work, and I'll see if I can catch you streaming a bit later. Cheers.